what's up, man? Hit that fucking like button. So Thanksgiving rolled around, and Dwayne Wade posts his family picture with Gabby, and I talked about this a little bit on the Alicia Keys video I did about a couple weeks ago. And this ain't got nothing to do with gay or straight or lesbian, nothing like that. But he posts his nodule. He's a public figure. Him and his wife. They post this picture on a public platform. I think it was Twitter. Could have been Instagram. You press the send button. Once you put it out there on a public platform, the general public is allowed to have an opinion. And of course, the platform is like a 50-50% thing. And he walks away from it saying stupidity is a part of the world we live in. And they're saying that they want their son to have support. He's 12 years old. The son was wearing dramatic, fake looking French tip manicured nails in the photo. And it's very obvious. He's smack dead in the middle of it. And they cover it up by saying unconditional love. Now, there's a lot of fathers out here who unconditionally love their kids despite their alternative sexual lifestyles. That's not what this is about. To me, this is about Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union pandering towards the alphabet community. I think they use that kid as a photo op. I think they parade that boy around like he's an animal at the circus. You know what I mean? If he really is, gay or suspect, he's 12 years old. I'm pretty sure he knows a lot about sex at this point in his life. Because hell, when I was 12 years old, I knew about what I knew. And I had already taken sex courses prior to middle school. And kids are not as innocent or is not as they have way more information due to the internet than we had when I was growing up, and that wasn't that long ago. I grew up in the 90s. I'm only 29, but traditionally, and I use that word traditionally, whether your father was around or not, that just wasn't something that was accepted. That kind of behavior just isn't accepted in the house. A child is at a parent's mercy. You wear the clothes your parents buy you. You sleep in the bed they buy you. You're at that mercy, and don't tell me you're support. No, you're doing this for a reason. Everybody has an agenda. The first time they did this, I was like, okay, Dwayne's son looks kind of sweet, whatever. But when you see stuff where Gabby's putting rainbow filters on the Snapchat stories and all kind of shit, it's like, dude, y'all are really pushing this for a reason. It's a photo op. It's no different than when Trump takes pictures with black people of high celebrity status. It's a photo op. There's a meaning behind this picture. A picture that speaks 1,000 words, whatever. There's a meaning behind this. You're not just putting this out for no reason and then playing victim when people don't agree with it. It's like a 50-50 in the comments section. But don't be blinded and sit here and act like this is normal. But what happens is when abnormal behavior gets repetitive and repeats itself, it becomes normal, and we as society get desensitized to it. Somewhat like the mass shootings. The mass shootings don't have the same shock value that it used to have because we see it so often now. And you just say, oh shit, and then you move on with your day. You don't have that same speechless response that you used to have when you first seen stuff like Dylan Roof or Columbine back in the day. Abnormal behavior repeats itself and becomes normal. And traditionally, this is not normal. I remember watching the Little Richard movie, and he got caught playing in his mother's vanity, and he was wearing her makeup and her lipstick, and his father took him to the boxing ring and, tried to toughen him up. It didn't work, but that's just not traditional, and it's not about toxic masculinity or, a child is at their parents' mercy, and little boys and little girls have different rules, and it could be a double standard because yes, little girls can wear boy clothes and dress up like tomboys and stuff, but it's just not traditional to have a little boy prancing around the house in female accessories. And if they're letting him show, if they're showing that on the public, imagine what they're letting him do behind closed doors that they don't show you. You know what I'm saying? But it's not normal behavior. And my problem is when you call it what it is, motherfuckers get mad. And like I say, I don't care if the boy is whatever. You know what I mean? Who cares? You know what I'm saying? But it's obvious they're using him as a photo op to pander towards the alphabet people. That's what it looks like to me because I see no other reason why. And then you want to play victim like, oh, y'all is attacking my son. No one's attacking your son. You're using your son, clearly. And every time they do these family photos, his son stands out like a sore thumb. And eventually you address the elephant in the room like, okay, y'all want attention? We're going to give it to you. You want us to see this? Okay, we gonna speak on this. And then they get upset. Like, come on, dude. You know what I'm saying? And Gabby, I'm not surprised. She grew up in Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? Gabrielle Union been in Hollywood since she was 17 years old. This weird behavior, I didn't even see this type of weird behavior with his son until she got in the picture, ironically. And that's not her biological son. So her parenting skills are questionable. And then, because she has no kids. And then Dwayne's parenting skills to a certain degree can be questionable. He had a rough childhood and he wasn't really around that much when this boy was growing up. You know what I'm saying? So who knows? But I just think it's obvious they pandering towards the LBGT crowd with this one, and it's like every time you call it what it is, motherfuckers get mad. It's like, dude, it's obvious though. Like, and Alicia Keys and Swiss Beats took some pressure for it too. But if y'all are gonna parade your kids around like show and tell, like fucking circus animals, you know, you gotta be prepared when you put it. You're a public figure. You put it on a public platform. You gotta be prepared for whatever might happen. Don't play victim now. You know what the fuck you doing with that. That picture was not about Thanksgiving. You know what it is, dude. But that's just how I feel about it, man. And for people who say, well, why do I don't care. Yeah, until it hits home. Then when your son's walking around with French tip manicures, would you allow your son to do that? It hits home differently than when you see it from someone else. You know what I mean? It's easy. That's the easy thing to say. Oh, that's them. Let them live. Nah, it's bigger than that. It's bigger than Nino Brown, baby. Let me know what y'all think, man. Holla at me. I'm out.